Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Tell me where we stopped in the last class, children. Did we finish this one? Exercise 4.2, question number 1. Is this over?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
What about this? What about this? What about question number 2, children?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we finished, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am. I'll check my snip and tell.
Yeah. Yeah, should we start with question number 2 or 3? Not sure, huh?
No, ma'am. This is not completed, ma'am.
Okay. The first one is over, you sure?
Yes, ma'am. First one is over, ma'am.
All right. So here the heading is, give the first step you will use to separate the variable and then solve the equation. So take the first equation, 3L is equal to 42. See it here, 3L is equal to 42. Now, the variable L is in the term 3L. The variable L is in the term 3L. So you'll have to separate L from 3. You will have to separate L from 3. See here, give the first step you will use to separate the variable. So you want to separate the variable from this 3. You want to separate L from 3. So how will you do that? You should divide by 3 on both the sides. You must divide both the sides by 3. So then what happens? 3 and 3 will get cancelled. So you have L is equal to 42 by 3, which is 14. L is equal to 14 is the solution of the given equation. In the next one, the variable is B and it is in the LHS. The term is B by 2. Separate B from 2. B is associated with 2. It's in the form B by 2. So how will you take away 2? How will you remove 2 and separate B? So you'll have to multiply both the sides by 2. You'll have to multiply both the sides by 2. So what happens? 2 and 2 will get cancelled in the left hand side. 2 and 2 will get cancelled in the left hand side. So we have B is equal to 6 into 2 is 12. So B is equal to 12 is a solution of the given equation. Matthew, tell me the third one.
Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am.
What is the variable in the equation?
Ma'am, P, ma'am.
Okay, in which term do you find P? In the term?
Ma'am, in the term fraction.
No, that's what. What is it? What is a fraction? In which term do you find P? In the term?
Numerator.
Okay, in the term P by 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have to separate P from whom?
Ma'am, 7, ma'am. So we should multiply P by 7 into 7, ma'am. So the 7 will be cancelled, ma'am.
Okay.
Then we should write when division is here, it will become as multiplication, ma'am.
Why? We haven't come to that. I don't know why you're using that language. We have to multiply both the sides by 7. We have to multiply both the sides by 7. So P by 7 into 7 and 4 into 7. So 7 and 7 will get cancelled. So P is equal to 4 7 that 28. Why? Where is that 7 going to the other side for multiplication and all that? It's not like that.
Yes, ma'am.
We are multiplying both the sides by 7. So see here, P by 7 into 7 is equal to 4 into 7. We are multiplying both the sides by 7. So what happens in the LHS? 7 and 7 will get cancelled. So you're left with only P. So P is equal to, in the right hand side, 4 into 7 is 28.
28.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So P is equal to 28 is the solution of the given equation. Matthew, try D. Try D.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 4x is equal to 25, ma'am. So x is the variable, ma'am. We should divide both the side with 4, ma'am.
Okay.
So x will be separate. 4 will be cancelled, ma'am, and x will be separated. And if we divide 25 by 4, ma'am, so x is equal to 25 by 4, ma'am.
4. Yeah, you can, if you want, you can write it as a mixed fraction because it's not divisible. 25 is not divisible by 4. If it is 24 by 4, you will get 6.
Yes, ma'am.
This is 25 by 4, so you can write it as a mixed fraction, 6 1 by 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Nandana, next one.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 8 y is equal to 36, ma'am. So first we should remove the 8 from the variable, ma'am. For that we need to divide both the left hand side and right hand side, ma'am. So 8y by 8 is equal to 36 by 8, ma'am.
Yeah.
We can simplify it also, ma'am.
Yeah.
So that we will get 9 by 2, ma'am. So the answer is 9 by 2. Y is equal to 9 by 2.
What happens to that 8 in the left hand side? 8 and 8 in the left hand side. What happens to that?
They will be cancelled, ma'am.
They'll be cancelled. So y is alone now. Y is separated. Okay, very good. Okay, children, go through the others. It's all similar. Go through the others. F, G, H, and ask me if you have any questions.
I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
In the F question, 5 by 4 into 3, ma'am, we should be considered as 5 by 4 into 3 by 1.
Yeah, 3 by 1 only is, yeah, that's how it's considered. 3 is 3 by 1.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So 3 is 3 by 1. So multiply the numerators 5 into 3, 15, and denominator 4 into 1, 4. In G, what happens when you multiply both the sides by 5? What happens? 5 ones are 5 threes are. 5 ones are 5 threes are. So 7 by 3 you get. Here 5 and 5 get cancelled.
Ma'am, we should simplify it, ma'am. The answer will be 35 by 15, ma'am. So we should simplify it, ma'am.
No, you should not multiply first. You can
Okay,
cancel 5 ones are 5 threes are 15.
Okay, ma'am.
You can cancel 5 ones are and then 5 threes are 15. You can take one number from the numerator.
Ma'am, we can directly simplify it, ma'am.
Yeah, you can simplify. You don't have to multiply. First simplify and then multiply. So 5 ones are 5, 5 threes are 15. 5 ones are 5 threes are 15. So 7 into 1. So you will have 5 ones are right. So 7 into 1, 7 and 3 here. So 7 by 3. In H, T has to be separated from 20. So we divide both the sides by 20. So 20 and 20 will get cancelled in the left hand side. So we have T is equal to, here minus 10 by 20 is minus 1 by 2. Matthew, how do we get 7 by 3 here?
Ma'am, by simplifying, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me how to simplify.
Ma'am, by dividing 15 by 5, ma'am.
Yeah, so what will happen? 5 how many times?
Ma'am, 3 times, ma'am.
5 3 times, huh? Okay, 5 3 times is 15.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 3 here and then 5 ones are 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Take a picture, children. Yeah, explain the first one of you.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
Anugraha. Anugraha, you joined the meeting late?
Ma'am, I joined at 5:15, ma'am.
Okay, okay. No, you're there in the meeting from the beginning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Because when I started, there were only 2 of them.
I think I joined a little bit late. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe just immediately after I started the meeting. No problem. Yes,
Okay.
Anugraha. Try 3A.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, 3n minus 2 is equal to 46.
Yeah.
So we have to add some number to the LHS and RHS.
Mm.
So 3n minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 46 plus 2.
What are you adding to both the sides?
2, ma'am, 2.
Why should you add 2? Why can't we add?
Ma'am, because minus 2 is there, so we have to remove that minus 2.
Very good, very good. Because there's minus 2, we need to remove that minus 2. So to remove minus 2, we have to add 2. Then minus 2 plus 2 will become what?
0.
0. And it is removed. Very good. Yes, continue, Anugraha.
3n is equal to 48.
Okay.
We have to now divide by 3 in both the sides.
Yeah.
3n divided by 3 is equal to 48 divided by 3. So in the left hand side, 3 and 3 will get cancelled.
Very good.
And in the right hand side, we'll get 16.
Very good. 48 by 3 is 16. So
n
is
is equal to 16.
Okay. Thank you, Anugraha. Good. Next one. Somebody?
Ma'am, can I say?
Yes.
Ma'am, for B1, 5m plus 7 is equal to 17, ma'am. At the both side, we have to subtract 7, ma'am.
Okay.
So 7 both 7 will be cancelled, ma'am.
Because plus 7 minus 7 is 0.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, on this side, 7 minus 7 is equal to 10, ma'am. So 5m is equal to
17 minus 7 is 10. 17 minus 7.
7. So 5m is equal to 10, ma'am. Then we should divide both the side by 5, ma'am.
Okay.
So we will get 5 will be cancelled, ma'am. Both 5. And m is equal to 2, ma'am.
Very good. 10 by 5, which is 2. Very good, Matthew. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next one.
Shall I answer, ma'am?
Yes, ma. Yes.
Ma'am, first is 20p by 3 is equal to 40, ma'am. First you should remove 20 by p 20p from 3. 20p from 3, ma'am.
Very
so
good.
we should multiply both left hand side and
So
right
first
hand
we are
side.
removing. First we are trying to remove 3. Then we'll remove 20. So from P,
Yes, ma'am.
we have to remove 20 and 3. First we're removing 3, then we'll remove 20. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And so 3 and 3 will be cancelled, ma'am. So
Okay.
it will come as 20p, and 40 into 3 is 120, ma'am.
Yeah.
After this, we should remove 20 from the p, ma'am. So
Yeah.
we should divide 20 in both the sides, ma'am. So
Yeah.
20 and 20 will be cancelled. So the p will be alone, ma'am. And
Yeah.
120 by 20 we should cancel. So the answer will be 6, ma'am. So p is equal to
Yeah.
6.
Very good. 0 and 0 will get cancelled, right? 0 and 0 cancels.
Yes.
12 by 2 is 6.
Yes,
Very,
ma'am.
very good, Nandana. Thank you. What is the, can you think of another way of solving this in one step? Now here we've used 2 steps, right? We first multiply by 3 and then divide by 20.
Ma'am, it is by the reciprocal.
Yes. Swati, you joined late?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
Ma'am, in my home the modem is not working, ma'am. So only I joined late. Now only they repaired, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, Swati, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, so I was asking children how we can do C in one step.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How can we do it in one step? We have in C, we have first multiplied by 3 and then divided by 20. Instead of doing in 2 steps, how do we simplify that in one step?
Ma'am, we should reciprocate.
Ma'am, to find the reciprocal, ma'am, if it is 20 by 3, it can be as 3 by 20, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
no, but put it more clearly, like how do you explain that to me? You're right, you got it right, but then you have to explain. Nandana, I think you have to disable your mic, Nandana.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I'll come with my question again. I said in C, we have 20p by 3 is equal to 40. How do we separate p from 20 by 3 in one step, I'm saying?
Ma'am, I know, ma'am.
Yes, Matthew?
Ma'am, we should do like this, ma'am. 20p, ma'am, 20 by p into 3 by 3, ma'am.
Into 3 by 3, yeah?
Ma'am, in last class you told, ma'am.
Yeah, that's why. You're right. I said something in the last class, but what did I say?
20. Ma'am, 20p into 3 by 20, ma'am.
Yeah, into 3 by 20. Instead of multiplying by 3 and then dividing by 20, see here we have done in 2 steps, no? We've multiplied by 3 and then we divide by 20. Instead, you can multiply by 3 by 20 straight away. That is a reciprocal of 20 by 3. The reciprocal of 20 by 3 is 3 by 20. The reciprocal of 20 by 3 is 3 by 20. What you can do is you can multiply both the sides by 3 by 20. Multiply both the sides by 3 by 20. 3 by 20. So what will happen? 20 will cancel. 3 and 3 will cancel. So you'll have P is equal to, here you have 40 into 3 by 20. 3 by 20 you will have. So 21s are 22s are. So 3 2s are 6. You can straight away multiply both the sides by 3 by 20, the reciprocal of 20 by 3. 3 by 20. When you multiply both the sides by 3 by 20, you can get it in one step.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I have nothing to say, children. You all understood this. So in one step, if you want to get rid of 3 by 10, what will you do?
Ma'am, 10 by.
Ma'am, we have to multiply we have to multiply both the sides with the reciprocal of the original number, ma'am.
Yeah. sides with 10 by 3. 3 by 10, 10 by 3. Okay, so here we multiply by 10 first and get rid of 10, and then we divide by 3. Take a screenshot, children.
Take a screenshot, ma'am.
Took screenshot, ma'am.
All right, children, yeah. All similar questions, children. Take a screenshot.
Ma'am. Completed taking screenshot, ma'am.
Yeah.
Took a screenshot, ma'am.
Yeah, children, make sure you complete all this in your book.
Yes, ma'am. Done with the last homework, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Yeah, all these look pretty simple, so just take a screenshot and I'll give you some time. Have a look. In case you have any questions, you can ask me.
Took screenshot, ma'am.
All right, children, just go through everything. See if you have any questions to ask.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. In the D question, negative p by 3, no, ma'am. So we have to write it as, we have to distribute the 3 towards each the side, no, ma'am. So why it is given in the minus 3, ma'am? It is, in the question it's positive 3, and why it is negative 3 in the...
Okay, yeah, good question. Yes. So we will now, all of you will do that. Now, all of you do it in your book. Write minus p by 3 into 3, all of you. I have told you that you should always sit with a book and a pen or a pencil. Or if you write down that question, minus p by 3 is equal to 5, and multiply both the sides by 3, children, and tell me your result. That was a right question, Swati. Thanks for asking that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Children, all write down the equation, multiply both the sides by 3, and tell me your result.
Done, ma'am.
Yeah, what is that you have now after multiplying by 3 on both the sides?
Ma'am, we have positive 15, ma'am.
No, tell me the equation.
Ma'am, it is negative p by 3 into 3. It is the LHS, ma'am, and 5 into 3 is the RHS, ma'am.
Okay, so after cancelling, what do you have? After simplifying, what do you have?
Ma'am, we have 15.
No, what about that P side, that LHS? What do you have on the LHS?
Ma'am.
Yeah, Nandana, yes.
Minus p.
Minus
Ma'am,
P is equal to? Minus P is equal to?
Minus 6.
We have minus P is equal to 15.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
now, but we have to find P, right? So after that, you should continue. Multiply both the sides by minus 1. Children, please follow my instructions. Don't think something for your... Now, you just do what I'm saying. You will understand. First, you multiplied by 3. And you would have got minus P is equal to 15. Minus P is equal to 15. Now I'm saying multiply both the sides by -1. -1. So p into -1, minus into minus plus p into 1 is p. So p is equal to, what do you get? -15, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So instead of, you can do it both the ways. Both are correct. So first, when you multiply by 3, what we get is minus p is equal to 15. But we have to find the value of p. So how do you separate that? How do you make it? How do you make this negative p a positive p? By multiplying both the sides by -1. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So by multiplying both the sides by -1. Because it's minus p. Minus p into 1 is equal to 15 into, sorry, minus p into -1 is equal to 15 into -1. So that way we get plus p is equal to, that is p is equal to -15. So instead of doing it in 2 steps, multiplying by 3 and then multiplying by -1, you can directly multiply by -3 because you're first doing by 3 and then by -1. So you can straight away do with -3.
Ma'am, it is applicable for all operations.
All operations meaning?
Ma'am, like multiplication, addition, and subtraction.
No. See, now when it's for all operations, no, because I cannot say that. No, it depends. Equation depends from equation to equation. Now, when it is like this, when you have a negative p, when you know it's a negative p, or it's okay, you can first multiply by 3 and then multiply by -1. No, since I'm not very sure about your question. I don't understand your meaning. You may be making sense, but I'm not able to follow your question. I don't want to answer that.
Yes, ma'am.
No, is this understood, Swati?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This one is understood, ma'am.
Okay. Don't worry, you've understood, or as we go, you might, ask me that question again when I'll understand. Try again. For all operations, meaning I don't understand.
Ma'am, it is like negative p by 3, no, ma'am. If it is like negative a plus 3 is equal to like 5, ma'am. So like here also we have to do like the 3 into negative 3 and add.
Yeah, you should first get rid of when you have minus a plus 3 is equal to something, then you will have to first subtract 3 on both the sides. Then you will have only minus a. Then you will multiply by -1 on both the sides.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. When the variable has a minus sign, to get rid of that, you should multiply both the sides by -1.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I think the others are okay, right? I don't think you have any questions there.
And I have a doubt in
Yeah.
E, ma'am.
Which one, ma?
E, ma'am.
E, yes.
3t by 4 into 4 by 3.
How to simplify, yeah? How to simplify, you're asking?
No, ma'am. How it get us 4 by 3, ma'am?
No, we have to separate P from 3 by 4. So we multiply both the sides by 4 by 3.
And in reciprocal?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Because 3 by 4, I told you this also. I told you, no, the earlier sum. Here,
Yes, ma'am. You did in one step.
yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. 3 by 4.
Okay.
So multiply both the sides by 4 by 3. You can finish in one step. Yes. And here 3 ones are, 3 twos are. Simplify. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. That's what I've written 2 into 4 here. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 2 fours are 8.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Yeah.
Took screenshot, ma'am.
All right. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything different in this. Just take a picture and please try it at home. Just have a look at the slide, children. Just go through the contents. All right. So children, so what you see here is while solving equations, we can transpose a number instead of adding or subtracting it from both the sides of the equation. Yeah, because as we deal with, equations with more terms, it becomes very complicated to, add something to both the sides, subtracting or dividing, multiplying. It becomes a tedious process. So instead of, so now we have understood how to solve equations. We have now understood how to solve equations and find the solution to the equation. But what we see is now the equations which we have seen so far, the equations we have seen so far have only 3 terms, like say maybe 2 terms in the LHS and 1 term in the RHS. The equations are very simple. So when they're very simple, meaning when the number of terms in the equation, when the number of terms in the LHS and RHS, they are limited, then maybe it's convenient to solve by adding and subtracting on both the sides. But it becomes difficult when the equation has many terms. It becomes a tedious process to, add and subtract or multiply and divide and solve the equation. So due to this tedious nature, there is a necessity to find a simpler way of solving equations. So what you will be seeing now is solving an equation by transposing. So while solving equations, we can transpose a number, that is shift the side. If the term is in the LHS, you can take it to the RHS. Or if it is in the RHS, you can bring it to the LHS. So changing the side of a term is called transposing. So we can transpose a number instead of adding or subtracting it from both sides of the equation. So you can see example 6, how we normally solve it. We add 5 to both the sides, and that will give us 12p is equal to 30. Now we divide both the sides by 12, and we get p is equal to 5 by 2. Now what is 5? What can you say about 5 by 2? What is 5 by 2 for the equation, children?
Ma'am, P is equal to 5 by 2.
Correct. But what is 5 by 2 for this equation? What is 5 by 2 for this equation? How is 5 by 2 related to this equation?
Ma'am, as a solution.
Is a solution. Yes, Nandana, you're also right. It's the answer, but the more appropriate term is Swati, as she said, solution. 5 by 2 is a solution of this equation. 5 by 2 is a solution of this equation because it will satisfy the equation. Because the equation holds for p is equal to 5 by 2. Because the equation will hold for p is equal to 5 by 2. Or you can say that the value 5 by 2 will satisfy this equation. So let's check by putting p is equal to 5 by 2 in the LHS of the equation. LHS is 12p minus 5, 12p minus 5. So 12 into p is 5 by 2 minus 5. 12 into 5 is 6. So you can cancel actually first. So 2 1s are 2, 6 are 12. 2 1s are 2, 6 are 12. So 6 5s are 30. 2 1s are 2, 6 are 6 5s are 30. 30 minus 5 is 25, which is the RHS. You can see that the equation is satisfied, or the equation holds for p is equal to 5 by 2, because in place of p, when you use 5 by 2 in the LHS, you get the answer as 25, which is the RHS. So this is what we've been doing so far. So here we had to add 5 to both the sides, and then we had to divide both the sides by 12 to find the solution of the given equation. And to check if your solution is correct, you can do this. You can take the LHS in place of p, write the value you got. And when you work that, you must get the answer as the RHS. That means your answer is correct. So now you can also do this like this. See the information in the box here. Adding 5 to both the sides is the same as changing the side of minus 5. Adding 5 to both the sides is the same as changing the side of minus 5. So see here, 12p, take up the equation. 12p minus 5 is equal to 25. Now, when minus 5 from the left-hand side is transposed or is taken to the right-hand side, we just write the opposite sign. So minus 5 goes to the other side as plus 5. And that's what we got, no? Even when we transpose, we got that. See here, 12, sorry, even when we added 5 to both the sides, that's what we got. See here, 12p is equal to 30. We're getting the same thing here, 12p is equal to 30. We're getting the same thing here, 12p is equal to 30. When you transpose minus 5, so it goes to the other side as plus 5. Minus 5 to the other side as plus 5. What do you get? 12p is equal to 30. We have not solved it completely, but what are you getting? 12p is equal to 30. Here also you're getting the same thing. 12p is equal to 30. 12p is equal to 30. So this is what it is. So changing the side is called transposing. While changing a number, we change its sign. So when we have plus 5, it goes to the other side as minus 5. Or when you have minus 5, it goes to the other side as plus 5. Now shifting a term from one side to the other side is called transposing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now you can see the explanation here. So this is by adding or subtracting on both the sides, and here it is by transposing. Here it is by adding or subtracting on both the sides. Here it's by transposing. The same equation. 3p minus 10 is 5. 3p minus 10 is 5. So here we do by adding or subtracting. So we add 10 to both the sides. And we get 3p is equal to 15. On the other side here, when we transpose minus 10, it's taken to the other side as plus 10. So we have 3p is equal to 5 plus 10. See, when you transpose minus 10 from the LHS to the RHS, minus 10 will become plus 10. So 3p is equal to minus 10 becomes plus 10 on the other side. 5 plus 10. 3p is equal to 15. So you get the same result. The result is the same. So instead of adding 10 on both the sides, you can straight away transpose minus 10 as plus 10 to the other side.
And transposing method is also like a single step to get the answer.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Ma'am, can we follow either one of the steps if they ask the same question?
Yeah, in the exam, if nothing is mentioned, you can use any method.
Yes, ma'am.
In the exam, if nothing is mentioned, you can use any method.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, this adding or subtracting on both sides is also known as balancing method.
Adding and subtracting is balancing. Yes, you're balancing both the sides by doing the same action on both the sides.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm just waiting for you to see the screen and understand something better before I talk.
Understood.
Okay.
Mom, can we take a snip of it?
Yeah, always. Yes.
Took screenshot, ma'am.
Yeah. So in the second one also, you see 5x plus 12 is equal to 27. So to get rid of 12, we need to subtract 12 from both the sides. So we get 5x is equal to 15. The same thing you will get when you transpose. Instead of subtracting 12 from both the sides and then getting 5x is equal to 15, you can just do it in one step. So see here, we have 5x plus 12 is equal to 27. Simply take the 12 to the other side. It's plus 12. It will come to the other side as minus 12. It's plus 12. It will come to the other side as minus 12. So transposing plus 12. We're going to transpose plus 12. So on transposing, plus 12 becomes minus 12. So 5x is equal to 27 minus 12. 5x is equal to 15.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm just coming back, children. Go through the slide. I'm just coming back. Yes, children. So here we have start with the same step. X is equal to 5. Okay, so all of us should start with the same step. X is equal to 5 and make two different equations. We need to make two different equations. All of us should start with X is equal to 5. Okay, so ask two of your classmates to solve the equation. That means you should start with X is equal to 5. You must make two different equations. And you should, after making the equations, you must ask your friends to solve the equation. And you must check if all of them are getting back X is equal to 5. If all of them are getting back X is equal to 5. So see what it is. You may not have understood clearly. Just look at this. So for the first equation, that is, we start with X is equal to 5. Do anything. See, we are not children. X is equal to 5 is the answer. We are not, there's nothing to solve here. X is equal to 5. We are constructing the question like, it's like we have the answer X is equal to 5. We are trying to construct the question. Understand like that. We're trying to see, we're trying to create. So say, for example, we have P is equal to 5 by 2. We have P is equal to 5 by 2. We are trying to construct this equation. 12P minus 5 is equal to 25. We are given this P is equal to 5 by 2, the solution. Using this, we're trying to construct the question. 12P minus 5 is equal to 25. Like that. So, X is equal to 5. Multiply both the sides by 5. See, you can multiply both the sides by 5, 6, 2, minus 1, whatever. We are creating the question now. You can multiply both the sides by any number, not 0, any number. So here they are multiplied by 5. So when you multiply both the sides by 5, what you get? 5 into x is 5x. 5 into 5 is 25. Now they're adding 5 to both the sides. I told you can subtract 5. You can subtract 10, subtract 12. You're constructing the question. So now here in this example, they're adding 5 to both the sides. So add 5 to both the sides. So 5x plus 5 is equal to 25 plus 5, which is 30. This is understood, children. We have constructed the equation. That's what is given. Start with the same step, X is equal to 5, and make two different equations. We have made one equation. Is it understood?
Yes, ma'am, understood.
So we have X is equal to 5. We multiply both the sides by 5 and we get 5x is equal to 25. And then we add 5 to both the sides. And we get 5x plus 5 is equal to 30. Now we'll solve it. So you know how to solve it. You know how to solve it. So I'm not telling you. We know how to solve it. And on solving, what do you get? We get x is equal to 5, which is its solution. So x is equal to 5 is the solution of the equation. 5x plus 5 is equal to 30. But see, another friend has done this. You have done this. See, another friend. What he's done is, he also started with x because he had to start with x is equal to 5. He multiplied both the sides by 3. So he got 3x is equal to 15. And then he subtracted 3 from both the sides. So he'll have 3x minus 3 is equal to 15 minus 3, which is 12. So he has the equation 3x minus 3 is equal to 12. He has the equation 3x minus 3 is equal to 12. But you got 5x plus 5 is equal to 30. Now he has 3x plus 3 is equal to, 3x minus 3 is equal to 12. Now solve this equation. Solve this equation, children. You know how to solve this, right? You'll have to first add 3 on both the sides and then divide by 3 and you get x is equal to 5, which is the solution of the equation. So x is equal to 5 is the solution of the equation 3x minus 3 is equal to 12. Which means x is equal to 5 can be the solution to different equations. It's not that only one equation, one particular equation can have the solution x is equal to 5. There are so many equations. There are infinitely many equations that can have the solution x is equal to 5. If the variable involved in that equation is x, there are so many examples. You can give so many examples where where the answer will be x is equal to 5, or where the solution will be x is equal to 5. The idea behind this is x is equal to 5 is one solution. X is equal to 5 is one solution, but the equation can look different. See, when you solve 5x plus 5 is equal to 30, you're getting x is equal to 5. When you solve 3x minus 3 is equal to 12, you're getting x is equal to 5. So x is equal to 5, this one solution can be the solutions of different equations. Understand, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Understood, ma'am.
Okay, children. See the next one. Try to make two number puzzles. One with the solution 11 and another with 100. Now I'm going to tell you all. So see here. Try to make two number puzzles. One with solution 11. Solution 11 means what? The answer should be 11. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and another with 100. I'll show you this result, the answer for this. We'll try something else.
Ma'am, I have think of an answer, ma'am, for the first question. Is it correct?
No, I'll ask you something else. I'll ask you something.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I think I did not. Okay, forget that. Okay, fine. Let's do it now. Let's do the same thing. Tell me.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. The number is 11, ma'am, because when we multiply 11 into 3, 33, ma'am, and we add 2 to it, we get 35 is the answer, ma'am. Ma'am, so the solution will be 11, ma'am.
Correct. What's the equation?
Ma'am, the equation is 3 into 11 plus 2 is equal to 35.
Yeah, so you can generalize it as 3x plus 2 is equal to 35.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Children, so here what you have to do is, are we all there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You can see it below. You can see it. No, I was just thinking if I've pasted some other question like this, but no, it's not there. So we'll do the same thing. You can see it below. Think of a number, multiply it by 3 and add 2 to the product. The result obtained is 35. Tell me the number. What do you understand from that?
A number is multiplied by the 3 and added to the product, which is the result is.
It results in 35, ma'am.
Exactly. So the solution is 11. The solution should be 11.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you multiply 11 by 3, what do you get? 33. And when you
33.
add 2 to 33, when you add 2 to that, you get 35. So you know that is, they've given you the solution. They've given you the solution is 11. They just want you to make a puzzle. So what will you, so the puzzle with solution 11 will be, you know the solution is 11. So simply multiply any number to it. So here it's 3. So you get 11 into 3, 33, and add 2 to it. So 33 plus 2, 35. So think of a number. That number is 11. Think of a number. That number is 11. Simply you must say think of a number. That number is 11. Multiplied by 3. Okay. Add 2 to the product. Okay. The result obtained is 35. Tell me the number. So this puzzle will have solution 11. This puzzle will have solution 11. You thought of you know the question, you know the answer. You just have to frame a question for that in words. Like how you framed it in equations here, children. Here we got x is equal to 5, right? X is equal to 5. This is the solution given to us. We have to construct the equation. So here it's completely in English. It's just in words here. It's in words. Instead of using the mathematical language, use the English language. That's why it's called puzzle. Use the English language. That's all it is. You know the answer is 11. See, you can say something else also. You know the answer is 11. So now you can say multiply or think of a number. That number is 11. The number is 11. So think of a number. That number is 11. Now you can say multiply it by 5. So you will get 55. Keep that in your mind. Keep 55 in your mind. Now you can say subtract 5 from it. So 55 minus 5 is 50. The result obtained is 50. Tell me the number. Yeah, one by one, tell me a different puzzle.
Ma'am, with the question like this, English or we
Yeah.
have to frame an expression, ma'am?
No, like this only. Using the language, English language, yes. One by one. Let's not make it very complicated. Use the same style. Multiply, divide, add, subtract, and tell me. Think of a number. So the number is 11. Yeah, now what shall we multiply? No, somebody.
Ma'am, doubt, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, from which number, ma'am?
The number which you are thinking is 11 because the answer should be 11 is given. No.
Yes, ma'am.
The answer is 11 is given to you. So you should think of, though you're saying think of a number, the number is 11 because the solution is 11. So you think of 11, put that number 11 in your mind. Now say you multiply it by 4. What do you get? When you multiply 11 by 4, what do you get?
44, ma'am.
44,
44.
ma'am.
And then when you add 8, when you add 6 to it, what do you get?
Ma'am, 50.
50. So the puzzle is think of a number, multiply it by 4, and add 6 to the product. The result is 50. Tell me the number.
Ma'am, shall I say one like that?
Yeah, the number will be 11 because we did it with 11 only. So this is a puzzle with solution 11. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Third puzzle with the solution as 25, ma'am. Think of a number divided by 5 and
Okay.
subtracted by 5. Subtracted by 5 from the quotient. The result which you get is 0.
Yeah, correct. So
Yes,
for the solution, yeah, you're right, Swati. So for the solution 25, if the solution is given to be 25, her puzzle is the solution is 25. So think of a number, divide by 5, divide that number by 5. So you're going to get 5. When you divide, the quotient is 5. Then she said, take away 5 from the quotient, remove 5 or subtract 5 from the quotient. So then it will be 5 minus 5, 0. The result is 0. Tell me the number. See the next one, a puzzle with solution 100. Think of a number. The solution is 100. So think of a number means 100 is a number divided by 10. So 10 is the answer. And subtract 5 from the quotient. Subtract 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. The result obtained is 5. Tell me the number.
100, ma'am.
Yeah. The answer is given. That tell me the number should be that answer. So you should construct the puzzle using that answer itself. tell me the number, should be that answer, solution 11 or 100. So when you're framing the puzzle, keep the answer 11 or 100 in your mind and frame the puzzle.
Ma'am,
one second, I'll just tell you for 11 again. So you know, when it's think of a number, finally, the answer should be 11. The answer should be 11. So think of a number means 11. You should think of 11 because the answer should be 11. 11. Then you say anything. So here multiply by 3. What will you get when you multiply 11 by 3? 33. And add 2 to the product plus 2. So you get 35. The result is 35. What is the number? Yes, Swati?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, for the second puzzle, if they ask to form an equation, it will be like x by 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. Like that, ma'am.
Is equal to? X
5, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Still have some doubt, right, children?
No, ma'am, no doubts.
No answer is taken to be a set.
No doubts, ma'am.
Okay.
The number is 3x and the sum.
No, Nandana, your voice is very low, ma. I can't hear you. Meaning I can hear you, but not clearly.
Ma'am, now can you hear me?
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, if like the sum of 3 times your number is 11 is 32. Like that equation of.
No, I can't hear you clearly, ma. You're saying something, but not getting you clearly.
Ma'am, the sum of 3 times a number and the 11 added to 32, we can also form the equation. No?
But the sum of 3 times a number, huh? What?
The sum of 3 times a number and 11 is 32. We can also
the sum of 3 times a number. For which one you're saying? For the first one or second one?
No, ma'am, I just form an equation.
Okay. The sum of 3 times a number.
Yes, ma'am.
And
11 is 32.
Is 32. So what is the number?
3x.
3 is the number. No.
And the sum of 3 times a number.
Yeah, that's what the
3
sum of
plus 11 is 32, ma'am.
Okay, but what is the solution for this one?
Ma'am, first you should subtract 3x is equal to 32, ma'am. We should the 11, the plus 11 will go to the.
No. 1 minute. The thing is, you're constructing a general equation. Here you should construct an equation where the answer will be 11 or answer will be 100.
We can also try use the transpose method for this one.
No, I'm saying your solution is not 11 or 100. You're saying in general, correct?
No.
So then that's what, for what solution is the equation? No. Very messy from your end, Nandana. I'm so sorry.
Ma'am, for 100, I made an equation, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me, ma. Yeah.
Ma'am, think of a number, multiply it with 4.
Okay.
And add 5 to it.
Add 5, okay.
And multiply 4 to it.
Add 5 to it and then multiply 4 to it, huh?
Ma'am, first we have to multiply 4 and then add 5 and then again multiply 4.
Okay.
And we get answer as 100.
I did not get 100. For which one are you saying?
Ma'am, my own equation, ma'am.
No, you can construct your own equation, but you should first tell me for what solution you're constructing that equation.
Ma'am, 100, ma'am.
No, but I'm not getting okay, for 100
Ma'am,
you say.
5 into 4, 20, 20 plus 5, 25 into 4, 100.
No, that is the RHS is 100. The solution should be 100. What is that number you thought of?
Ma'am, 5.
So solution is 5 there.
Oh.
Solution is 5 there. When you solve that equation, you will get solution 5. That instead of 5, you should keep 100 and construct it.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
That's what, see, when you're keeping 5 in your mind and constructing that. That means you're doing for solution 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, the solution should be 100. So keep 100 in your mind and say, so you can say multiply it by 2. So you'll get 200. Add 20 to the result. So you get 220. So think of a number, multiply it by 2, then add 20 to the result. Add 20. The result is 220. Tell me the number. For this, the answer will be 100.
Ma'am, some background noise is coming, ma'am.
Yeah. No, children, think more about it. I think you should help yourself also a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Kindly disable your mic, children. Somebody's mic is enabled. I think it is Matthew. Matthew, just check your mic. Is it enabled? Children, please look into the device and see if your mic is enabled, children. Matthew, can you hear me? Matthew, are you there?
Tata. Ma'am?
See, you've been talking to your family members with your mic enabled and it was disturbing the class.
Sorry, ma'am.
Why did you go away from your desk when you're in the meeting?
No, ma'am. Water spilled on me, ma'am.
Okay, child, but you should have disabled your mic to help yourself, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was not able to say anything because there was noise from your end. All of you, please check your mic. Only if you're talking, enable it, else disable your mic, children. Okay, fine, let's continue. So solve the following equations. You can see about 10 equations there. You can see about 10 equations wherein we have solved by transposing. We have solved the equations by transposing. All right, let me do one or two for you. The first one, 2y plus 5 by 2 is equal to 37 by 2. All of you first take a picture.
Took, ma'am.
Yeah.
Done, ma'am.
Yeah. So in the first one, we have 2y plus 5 by 2 is equal to 37 by 2. 2y plus 5 by 2 is equal to 37 by 2. So plus 5 by 2 is transposed. So plus 5 by 2 goes to the other side as minus 5 by 2. So 2y is equal to, on taking the LCM, we get 37 minus 5, which is 32 by 2. Like fractions. So you can directly subtract the numerators. 37 minus 5 is 32 by 2. Now 32 by 2 is 16. So 2y is equal to 16. Now, how do you get rid of 2 children? You'll have to divide both the sides by 2, right? To get rid of 2, you'll have to divide both the sides by 2. You don't have to show all those steps. You do not have to show all those steps now. So you'll have to divide both the sides by 2. So when you divide both the sides by 2, what is 2y by 2? Y. 2y by 2 is y is equal to 16 by 2. 16 by 2 is 8. So y is equal to 8. Is that fine? Let me tell you.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is the equation given to us. First, we transpose 5 by 2. So plus 5 by 2 moves to the other side as minus 5 by 2. Now these two fractions are like fractions. They have the same denominator. So subtract the numerators. 37 minus 5, which is 32 by 2. Now 32 by 2 is 16. Now 2y is equal to 16. Now we need to separate this 2 from y. So we have to divide both the sides by 2. You don't show that step. So you do it in your mind. Divide both the sides by 2. So what will happen? 2y by 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So we have y is equal to 16 by 2, which is 8. So y is equal to 8. If you see D here, q by 4, this is the equation given to us. So we have q by 4 is equal to 5 plus 7. Plus 7 goes to the other side as minus 7. So we have q by 4 is equal to 5 plus 7 on the other side minus 7. So q by 4 is equal to minus 2. 5 minus 7 is minus 2. 5 minus 7 is minus 2. So q by 4 is equal to minus 2. Now to get rid of 4, we'll multiply both the sides by 4. To get rid of 4, we'll multiply both the sides by 4. So q by 4 into 4. 4 and 4 will get cancelled. So you'll have q is equal to minus 2 into 4 is minus 8. In G, it is 7m plus 19 by 2 is equal to 13. So 19 by 2 plus 19 by 2 on the other side minus 19 by 2. So 7m is equal to 13 minus 19 by 2. Now we have to take up the LCM, or what you see here is I've written 13 as a fraction with denominator 2. With denominator 2. 13 by 1 can be written as 26 by 2, correct? 13 by 1 can be written as 26 by 2. When you multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. 13 by 1 into 2 into 2. 26 by 2. It's the same as 13. 26 by 2 is also 13. So now they are like fractions. When you write 13 as 26 by 2, now they are like fractions. So 7m is equal to, subtract the numerators, 26 minus 19, which is 7 by 2. So 7m is equal to 7 by 2. How do we get rid of 7? We need to multiply both the sides by 1 by 7. We need to multiply both the sides by 1 by 7. So what happens? 7 and 7 will get cancelled. So we have m is equal to, here 7 and 7 cancels, 1 by 2. M is equal to 1 by 2.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
All right. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much, children. You may leave the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.